Hello, welcome to this week's training. Last week we talked about design and how introduction to UI UX design. Talked about the differences between UI design and UX design. We also talked about introduced you to Figma and how you can work around it. And I hope you've been having a nice training so far and you've been enjoying it, learning, getting familiar with the terminologies in design and also how to work our way around the design tools that we are going to be using. So this week we're going to be talking about colors and shapes, and we are going to have some little tasks on identifying how colors affect our mood, how colors, the meaning for different colors, and you are going to see colors in a different light. You're going to see what you've been missing out before, and you are going to learn more about how colors can help us to make our emotions, our feelings to come out the more. So you're going to see why some certain applications use certain colors and what have you. So without wasting much time, let's dive right in. So this week we're going to discuss shapes and colors, and we are going to dive in right to the psychology of colors. So colors have different meanings for different people, right? So different cultures have what they depict colors for, what they assign different colors to. If I may ask you, what do your culture, where you come from, how do they see the color black? Now we're going to start with black. Black color, some particular culture see it as a mystery. Some see it as unhappiness. That's why some funeral ceremonies, you notice that they wear black. Some also see it as boldness. Yes, black can also be bold. Some also see it as power. So when you are designing an app, an application, and you want to pass in some information, look at the culture which you are designing for and pick a color that suits that. So this is what people see about black. Meanwhile, this is gotten from a very well website. At the end of this video, I will post a link to that. Also, the red. Many people see red differently. Many cultures see red differently. Red can also be used to signify love, passion. It also signifies anger, power. So when you see Coca-Cola uses red for their products. So it depends on what you are trying to pass on and who you are trying to pass it to will determine what you are going to use. Green. Some say green signifies luck. Some say it signifies envy. Some is safe. So when you have an app that has green, it means that it's safe. Also, it signifies nature. So when you are building something that is close to nature, you can use green. What about purple? Yes, purple signifies royalty. Purple can also signify wealth. It can also signify mystery. Remember, black also signifies mystery, and also it signifies imagination. So when you are building maybe a sleeping app or app that talks about wealth, anything, you can use purple. What about orange? What's the psychology behind orange? So orange can signify energy, attention, enthusiasm, and happiness. So you can also combine these colors to make an awesome show of your design. Pink. Pink signifies kindness, romance, nurturing, calmness. So if you notice, most dating apps use pink as their color, mixing it with red too. So this also signifies romance. What about brown? The earth is brown, so it signifies nature, signifies isolation, Also, it shows security and strength. What about yellow? Yellow signifies brightness, so also energy, attention, and warmth. So when you see that color yellow, what comes to your mind? How does it affect your emotion? So what about the blue color? Blue color signifies stability, calmness, sadness, productivity. So depending on how you use these colors, it can mean any of them. What about white? White signifies emptiness, innocence, peacefulness, and cleanness. So also depending on what you want to pass across to your audience, you choose those colors. So these are the psychologies of colors, and these are different things that you can know about colors. Also, there will be a link posted. There will be links posted to these particular articles so that you can read more on how to use colors, and also it will help you to make use of colors when you are running your design. Now, there's something else we are going to talk about color, and which is when we are designing. So there's a question that we're going to consider. Do you feel anxious in a yellow room? Yeah, imagine entering a room and everywhere is yellow. So let's say you see this, or see opening a design and you just see this yellow everywhere. Now, this color is doing something to your mind, to your subconscious. So it can also create excitement, can make you to be anxious. Now, what about this? How does the color blue make you feel? Calm and relaxed? So when you see blue, it settles your mind. It makes you feel at peace. So the colors can affect your emotions. There's an app that you see. Imagine an app that should be for relaxation, and you are seeing color that doesn't relax you, color that makes your mind go up and down, cannot focus on a particular thing. Now, colors are very important. Colors can make or mar your design. Now, artists and interior designers have long believed that color can dramatically affect moods, feelings, and emotions. Yes, colors can even affect decision taking. Colors like features also follow to change the emotions. So features in an application, according to Pablo Picasso, that's one statement that artist Picasso made. So colors serve a great deal. So we're going to see an example of that. So now looking at this is like a mimicking of a splash screen of an application. You have these colors. We are using green, so it's showing you that this is something close to nature, something calm. So now colors can also serve another purpose. Colors can tell you the state of each element. So these are three buttons here. The first button is, let's call it the default button. The second button is the on hover state, and the third button is the default. How do we know? The colors. So it's like this. When you hover, it changes to this, and when you can't click, the color is somehow grayed out. So because this color is just a derivation of this, you see that you are not seeing it as clearly as possible, and it's showing you in your mind that this button cannot be clicked. That means something should be done for it to be clickable. So colors serve an important role in differentiating between elements, active, inactive, and a state that cannot be clicked. It's very important for us to note what each state is just by the color. So you see how powerful colors are. Also, let's look at this login screen. Now, this login screen has text boxes. So those text boxes have colors associated with them. I know maybe you've been logging into your favorite applications, you've been using certain applications, and you may not have given notes to these particular elements. But now I will explain it to you the more. You've been using it, but subconsciously. After this class, after this lesson, you would have learned a lot. And whenever you see it, you know the meaning. Now, this is the default color. This is the default state when nothing has been clicked. If you notice, the placeholder is lighter than this particular text. So the border is black. Nothing is happening. You've not clicked it. Everything is still normal. But once you click on it and start typing, your text changes to black. Yes, or any color, but it's definitely different from this particular one. Then it's focused. That means you are typing inside it. The border is green. Now, this shows the user that yes, I am typing here. It's no longer looking like the others. Now, after typing and you move on to the next one, it changes to this, right? And if you type an error, let's say if you type an error, it changes to this. So if you see this, your mind already tells you that, oh, I've made a mistake. This should not be like this. There's something that is missing here. It should not be. Maybe they will give you a warning that your password should be complete and so on and so forth. So you already know that this is an error that is showing up, right? So this is very important, and this is when you are done typing. You see that is different from this. So this is now the field state. This is the default state. This is the focus state, and this is the error state. So these are three states that you normally have during in your field text box. So form fields are very, very nice if you use colors to differentiate them. So colors can serve a lot. Now, going to this, you have the profile. Let's say you have a profile page and you added a sign out there. So imagine making this sign out green. It wouldn't stand out. Sign out is like a negative action. So when you want to depict a negative action, most applications use red, except where red is your primary color. Now, if this green is red and you're using red as sign out, it really doesn't make much difference. So for here, red shows that you should not, is indicating danger. You don't want someone to click on red. So whenever you make red, if you look at anything, stop, cancel, is red, because that's the last thing they want you to do, right? So look at your favorite applications, illustrate them. So this is one of the tasks that you'll be doing. You'll be looking at your favorite application and see how they use colors, and note what colors they use for what particular elements and how it influences your decisions. So we've talked about colors.